शम्भो महादेव देव शिव शम्भो महादेव देवेश शम्भो शम्भो महादेव देव शिव.
Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. So we'll continue our discussion on the planet Ketu. A quick recap of all what we have studied so far. Ketu is the point where the moon crosses the ecliptic to the south. Its region on the palm can be spotted at the bottom of your palm. So this is the region which I am talking about. You know, just above your first bracelet at the bottom of your palm, so a cave kind of formation which is getting formed, you know, in between the mount of the Venus and the mount of the moon. So this cave kind of formation is the region allotted to the planet Ketu. So this is the region which has been allotted to the planet Ketu. You know, Ketu is the extreme version of the energy of the planet Mars. Like the way I have already told you, Rahu is still open for reason, open for negotiation, but Ketu just represents extremism. That is the only area where Ketu lacks, because it doesn't have the balance and the diplomacy. Either it represents childhood or the old age, either it just represents beginning or termination, creation or destruction. We have also discussed when it comes to the appearance of the planet Ketu that Ketu represents the short and the fat people. Ketu represents the upward glance, you know, contrary to the glance of Rahu, which is downward. Rahu and Saturn have a downward glance. When it comes to, the glance, what do I mean? I mean to say that when it comes to identifying someone with a proper archetype, Saturn archetype, Venus in archetype, so majority of the times you'll find the Saturn in archetype, who remain to be a deep thinker, very tall, very lean, you know, always thinking with the head down, always while walking. But when it comes to Ketu, Ketu can be associated with someone who will be short, you know, fat and upward glance like Sun and Mars. And we have also discussed, if I say it close to Mars, so it would also carry some affinity with it. So in the visible color spectrum, Mars represents red color, and just because Rahu and Ketu doesn't have a physical body, they are the, you know, shadow planets. So Ketu represents the infrared light. So we have discussed all of that, and we have also discussed that the Ketu represents the sense of smell. That is the only reason, you know, dogs have been associated, the dog bite is being seen and associated with the planet Ketu. Ketu is associated with the Lord Ganesha. Ketu rules the north west direction. Ketu is, you know, being considered as the oldest among all the planets and the stars. When it comes to its signification, its nature, like the way I have been telling you, that it is extreme. It is not open to negotiation. You know, Rahu and Ketu in total represents all kind of criminal activities, all kind of bad companies. You know, bad companies being seen from Rahu and Ketu together. But when it comes to its individual aspect, you know, all those people, you know, who get entangled, all those innocent people who get entangled into some kind of, you know, criminal litigation. So there must have been some say of planet Ketu. Innocence getting entangled into crime, that's one way to look at it. And other kind of cases are those, you know, where all those people who get into some kind of lifelong litigation because of the some crime committed by them due to the sudden outburst of anger, that also gets seen and associated with the planet Ketu. Ketu, you know, when it comes to liberation and its ascetic aspect. When it comes to Saturn, Saturn can make you an aloof. Saturn can breaks your ties with the family, with the worldly duties. But when it comes to Ketu, Ketu breaks it so suddenly, it breaks it so completely, so you know, without leaving any trace, that the ultimate liberation is possible. Ultimate salvation is possible. Ketu just represents all kind of, you know, like the way Rahu has the habit of expanding things. All the big animals like elephant get seen with Rahu. But when it comes to Ketu, it has the habit of contracting things. So all the microorganism gets seen with the planet Ketu. So, and all the terminations, as it represents termination, all kind of catastrophic events, you know, like a volcanic eruption, earthquakes, you know, the asteroids hitting Earth. So all those kind of, you know, bigger events, catastrophic, very fiery events can be seen and associated with the planet Ketu. And when it comes to its vengeance and revenge, I have already explained to you that Ketu is a planet which never forgets. You know, it can even carries its revenge to many lives. So we have discussed all of that. In this video, we are going to discuss what would remain to be the case when you'll find different kind of signs and symbols on the region of the Ketu, as well as what would remain to be the case when you'll find this region to be of different formation. So when I say formation, I meant that when you'll find this region of the Ketu either well developed, underdeveloped or overdeveloped. So I meant to say that, you know, these are certain things which you will not able to learn either by looking at this whiteboard, this image of palm drawn over here, or even if I'll show you the real palm images. You know, you need to practically look at people's palm, touch this surface, then only you will get to know whether this is well developed, underdeveloped or overdeveloped. So the way I'm going to explain it to you is that I am going to explain it to you on two bases. One is what does it mean spiritually, and what is the rational meaning of these kind of three different formation of the region of the Ketu. So let's say, for example, when you'll find it well developed. So you know, as you people know that Ketu just represents the age from 5th year to the 20 years of the age. So that is the main time when Ketu remains very active, and because this is the time when someone remains very much vulnerable to diseases, the prime years of education. So what is going to happen? So when it comes to the spiritual side of it, well developed means that as Ketu is our only connection with the past life, and you know, the kind of learnings, you know, because in Hinduism, in spirituality, specifically in Hinduism, it has been believed that a soul takes birth after, you know, taking birth in different species, which remains to be 84 lakh. So after 84 lakhs of birth in different species, a human birth is gained. So what has been believed that if this portion is well developed, this would just mean that the person has, you know, kind of gained wisdom from the past lives, and the person is now building a fresh foundation for embracing new karmas. When it is underdeveloped, it would just mean that the negative aspect of the planet Ketu, that the person is still stick to his past habits, person is still stick to the old thoughts, old beliefs, and he is facing kind of, you know, fears and inhibition in moving forward and embracing new karmas, embracing new things. When it comes to overdeveloped just mean that the person doesn't care for his roots, for his beliefs, person is not giving proper care to wisdom while indulging into new actions, and person is just, you know, ready and quick to jump to you know, to new things. So this is with one spiritual side of it. But when it comes to the rational side of it, so what has been written by different palmists in their research, what they have found true is that they have correlated and studied this three formation along with the condition and state of the fate line, the line of Saturn. So according to them, if this portion, the portion of the Ketu is well developed, and along with that the line of Saturn and the fate line is immaculate, so they have correlated it that the person would remain to be you know, wealthy in terms of the, you know, wealth, even if the child is born in a poor family. Because of his fortune, because of his past life good karmas, his family will rise, his family's economical condition would improve. But let's say, for example, if this region is well formed, but the line of Saturn, so this is the line of Saturn, but the line of Saturn is, let's say for example, poorly formed, so person will not be able to make best use of the opportunities, he'll face little bit of threat in education as well. So in a nutshell, what has been written is that if this region is studied in combination with the condition of the line of Saturn, the line of fate, if this is good along with the line of Saturn is good, this would remain to be win-win situation. The person will get good support of education, his health would also remain to be good, he will acquire good wisdom. But let's say for example, if good formation of the mount of the Ketu, the fate line is not supporting, the line of Saturn is not supporting, then person would face impediments, person would face threats. And the worst case is if the region is underdeveloped or overdeveloped and the line of Saturn is, line of fate is also poorly formed, distorted, then this would just make person go through one problem after another. So this is with different kind of formation which we have studied. Now comes the nakshatra aspect. You know, I could have put this section of nakshatra at the time when we were discussing, when we will discuss the Vedic connection and the remedies part, but I put it over here because I just wanted to tell you the core functioning of the planet Ketu, how it, you know, behaves to the core innate functioning of the planet Ketu. Because Ketu, like every other planet, rules three nakshatras: the Ashwini nakshatra, which comes under the jurisdiction of the sign, zodiac sign Aries. Then comes the Magha nakshatra, which comes under the zodiac sign Leo, and the Mula nakshatra, which comes under the zodiac sign Sagittarius. Ashwini just represents the, you know, the healing and rejuvenating side of the planet Ketu. Magha represents the side which is most concerned about the past, about the family lineage, about the roots. So this is how Magha behaves. These people would remain to be very lucky in the form of, inheritance and legacy. Then comes the Mula Nakshatra. Mula is the investigating side of the planet Ketu, where the person remains to be very much, concerned towards going to the root of anything, and there remains to be very single-mindedness approach towards the signification of the functioning of the planet Ketu. Just because today is Dashera, so let me give a very, very good example of that. So, the demon king Ravana, the Treta Yuga, the Silver Age. So the demon king Ravana had his ascendant lord placed in the nakshatra of Mula, and we all know that when it comes to demon king Ravana, that his whole life, his worship and his penance were devoted to Lord Shiva, to please the Lord Shiva. Even being a demon, he was the biggest devotee of Lord Shiva. And we know, just because there the Ketu's energy was acting in a negative way, so because of that, the egoism, and there were so many reasons because of which he met his end from the hands of the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, which was Lord Ram. And the positive side of the Mula is that even the Lord Hanuman, the embodiment of blessing, wisdom, knowledge, even Lord Hanuman was born with Mula star rising on his ascendant. And you won't believe, and even as we all know, that Lord Hanuman's life was devoted to the worship and service and the righteousness, and specifically to the service of the Lord Ram. So this is the two way of the functioning of the energy of the planet Ketu. Now comes with the, one more example which I want to share. So what happened, last Sunday, there was one couple who came to me for the consultation. So this lady, she showed her hands to me, and her question was very surprising. Her question was that, I'm a biggest devotee of Lord Krishna. So will I be able to see my Krishna in this lifetime? So that was her first question. And her second question was that, I kind of feel shackled in the marital ties. I just want to get out of all of that. So I got the little bit of the clue, but I checked her palm and I even checked her astrological chart, and you won't believe she was going through the dasha of the planet Ketu. Ketu was on her 7th house. So this is how the planet functions. The meaning of planet in Hindi is graha, and graha means to grasp. They have this habit of, and they make us behave and work in a certain way, basis their innate nature, basis their placement and condition on the palm. So Saturn, whether good or bad, Saturn will give results with a delay. Same goes with the planet Ketu. Ketu represents separative tendencies, moksha, knowledge, ultimate liberation. So she was going through that phase where she was having a deep influence of Ketu in her life. So this is with the nakshatras. Now comes the part where we will discuss what would happen when on the mount of Ketu, on the region of Ketu, you will find these kind of signs. So the first is, let's say for example, you will find the symbol of star on the mount of the Ketu. So this is the symbol of star. So the first thing you need to remain very careful, because this sign, if found on the first bracelet, would mean inheritance, legacy, but it is not found on the first bracelet. It has been found a little bit slightly above it, on the mount of the Ketu, on the region of Ketu. So here it would just mean that the person would remain to be intelligent, person would remain to be wise, and all the good qualities associated with the planet Ketu would manifest with this kind of formation. Though in our scriptures it has been associated with victory in the war. So we have to evolve with the time we are living. This would just mean that the person has done good deeds, person would be wise, person would be religious. Next comes the symbol of cross. Cross is not considered good over here. Cross just mean disgrace, problem in education, fear and vulnerability of the diseases. Next comes the symbol of triangle. Triangle here just means intelligence, person will be very wise, person will be very intelligent, and even for the wealth prospect, this sign is considered as good over here. Next comes the symbol of net. Net again represents poverty, and in terms of education, little bit of confusion and obstacle in the education, and even from the diseases aspect, this is not considered as good. This would still make person vulnerable towards diseases, and as we know, the Ketu's age is from 5 to 20 years of the age, so at that particular point of time, person would remain to be very much vulnerable. Then comes the symbol of mole. You know, again, what has been written in the books of palmistry is that this just means death due to water. So we have to evolve. Mount of moon and mount of ketu is mainly associated with your imagination, with your thinking, the psychic touch. This would just make person very much vulnerable towards, kind of negative thinking, some kind of hallucination. So this all can be associated and ascribed to this kind of till if found on the mount of the ketu. Then comes the symbol of circle. Circle is considered as good over here. What has been written is that in those times, all those warfare related thing and Martian things, the energy was specifically associated with the military, army, or some kind of warfare occupation. So what has been written is that again, victory in the warfare. So this would just mean the positive manifestation of the energies of the ketu. Then comes the symbol of island. See, with island there is a difference that island is generally seen on the lines. You will not find island on the mounts. It's just like that if there's some chance line which is crossing from over the mount of the ketu and which has got an island. So this would again make person vulnerable towards monetary losses. Person little bit of vulnerability of diseases can also be foreseen with this kind of formation. Next is the symbol of trident. Trident, which is considered as very good sign over here. This would just tell about tinge of fame, wisdom, good religious traits. So all those good aspect of the ketu would manifest over here. And this trishul and trident is also considered a sign of good deeds done in the past life. And ketu as is the only window, only connection which we have in this life, which connects us with our previous incarnation. So this would highly mean that the person has done good deeds in the past life. And last is the symbol of square. Square would just mean that the person would remain to be very much eligible and on the verge of getting titles and recognition from the government. So this is all what I wanted to say on the special signs and symbol section on the mount of the ketu, the region of ketu. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.